Greetings, brothers and sisters. I'm Professor Spira, and I wanted to make a quick video talking about how to make glue from milk. And as we all know, that you can easily make glue out of rice, but you can also make some good glue out of milk. Now, this is something that I wish more people understood this. The way that you can figure out if something is mucus forming or pus forming, particularly just mucus forming or not, is take the item and cook it for a while and then let it sit and see what happens to it. It will do one of two things. A, it's going to turn into this viscous, slimy sludge that we call mucus. Or it's going to not turn into that and be sort of this sticky, probably this kind of sticky substance, but it's not going to have this slime element to it. When you cook fruit down or other mucus-free items, they don't turn into this slime. You can put green leaf vegetables in something and cook them and cook them. You wouldn't want to eat it like that, but it's not going to turn into this slime. But if you do milk or you take rice and you cook that down, it turns into this slime. Now, what happens in our body when you mix some of these various things to get, not only if you take that one thing, you put it in your body and it gets warm and it's basically going through this internal boiling process. You put some chilled milk into your body. It doesn't stay chilled very long. Is going to be warmed to 98 degrees fairly quickly. Then it's mixing with all the other acids and stuff in your body, and it's not a good thing. So what does it take to make glue from milk? If you just wanted to make some glue from milk, well, this young lady, Amy G. Me, her channel, she uses milk, which she heats up a little bit, baking soda, and vinegar or lime juice. You could either use lime juice or vinegar. So I'll do a little clip here of her mixing it to get the curdles.
Yep, it's curdling all right, and you can pop this back in the microwave so that it curdles more, and just keep mixing, and I'll be back.
So think about that, because all of these items that are here to make this glue are the same things that people put in their bodies, especially if they're mixed eaters and they're eating this so-called well-balanced diet. Please, mixing all of these things together is insane. The body is not meant to try and deal with vinegar, because think about that. In one meal, somebody could be drinking milk, they could be having like a cheeseburger or some other kind of thing, some salsa that has vinegar in it, and all these other. Now just imagine you're mixing all of these things up. This is a fairly clean mixture here, and look what this turns into. All right, so
You're actually going to turn this into glue. You have it close enough.
Heated it a little bit.
Bicarb of soda, also known as baking soda. I'm going to get all those goods out there. Stiff. If you want it nice and smooth, just use a spoon and mash it up. Alright, so this is my glue. It's a little thinner than before, which is great. So for the ultimate test, does it really stick? So we are going to see if this does stick. So I'm going to take a really nice slab of this, plop it on some scrap paper. You want a good amount. Take another slab of paper, slap that on, kind of smooth it out, spread that glue, and we'll wait a few minutes until it's dry.
Alright, so let it dry for a minute.
So I'm going to show you how it looks like in the light. And it's kind of like a yellowish color. It looks bright. And we're going to rip it up.
There's a part where
See,
she was
completely dry. It's very hard.
Yeah, very hard.
See? It's very stiff, as a matter of fact. So I'm going to show you how it looks like in the light.
So So what do you think
And
this
it's
is
kinda like a
doing
yellowish
inside your
color.
body? Like this is some serious glue,
And we're going to rip it up
and
and see how strong it is.
all it took was mixing it up a little bit, heating it up a little bit, just a little bit, not the level of this sort of boiling process that goes on inside the body.
Bam.
And to think that our body is able to deal with that glue. And then people say, well, people have been eating like that for a long time. Yeah, but we've also been having these unimaginable illnesses that are not natural. Humans aren't supposed to go through these illnesses. It's cause and effect. Because we eat food that's diametrically opposed to the human life, we suffer. I mean, it's just cause and effect. So hopefully this video has been interesting. Might do a couple of these, looking at different folks making glue out of household items. But just think about that, because I get a lot of people that ask questions about, well, why is this mucus forming? Why is this not mucus forming? It's all very simple, and you can do a thought experiment. If you don't necessarily have to go and do the experiment yourself. I mean, you could if you want. Get the items and cook the stuff and see what we're talking about. But you can kind of do a thought experiment. Once you understand and kind of you understand the difference of these food items, I mean, you can pretty much look at an item and know, is this thing going to turn into slime if it's heated up? And then if it sits out for a long period of time, does it turn to slime, or does it remain slime free? And this is the thing that a lot of the folks want to try and be narrow-minded in terms of, well, the mucus forming foods are only foods that create a mucus response by the body. But what I've always been really interested in, and there's that side of things, but then there's the side of things that is this accumulation of waste that is uneliminated, undigested food substance that turns into sludge in the body, because the body, it's this heat. You have this heated vessel, and you're putting in these items that turn into this viscous, sludgy slime that gets sticky, and then as long as it's uneliminated, the body has to do something about it. It tries with all its might to keep this stuff away from the lungs and heart. But once the organism becomes too saturated with this mess, it's lights out. That's the end of the story. Vitality equals power minus obstruction. So, until next time, peace, love, and breath.
Warning, your body is under attack. Many of the foods that you thought to be safe and healthy are robbing you of your well-being and vitality. But there is something that you can do about it right now. Discover the simplest and most powerful natural lifestyle secret that has improved the lives of thousands. Introducing Professor Arnold Ehret's Mucusless Diet Healing System, annotated, revised, and edited by Professor Spira. It contains one of the most profound revelations of the 21st century, that mucus-forming foods are unnatural for us to eat and are at the fundamental cause of many human illnesses. The Mucusless Diet Healing System, annotated, revised, and edited by Professor Spira, is a complete course for every person who desires to learn how to control their health. You will learn how to naturally get rid of that annoying stuffy nose or terrible cough, melt away unwanted body fat, prevent debilitating health issues, and heal yourself of numerous painful ailments. Read the book that has inspired thousands to take their health into their own hands. This book will only be available for a limited time. Visit www.mucusfreelife.com/revised-mucusless-diet to get your copy right now while supplies last.